One, an extra person. Oh, it's Pretty Robin.
Where?
Huh?
Oh.
There he is, Pretty Robin.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt a bit upsetting for you, Robin. Oh, you've been upstaged by the pretty one. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Maybe
Right.
maybe I should shave my head. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, anything would be an improvement.
Funny.
And on that note, I'm going to mute you all just before the insults start flying, and they're not mine. Sweet. All right. Hi guys, so we're going to be working on butt and back today. There'll be a little bit of hamstring and hip flexor involvement as well, mostly in our warm-up. So we're going to get up for the warm-up, take a nice big step back. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, I'll wait till everyone stood up. Wow, that took a long time to stand up. Wow, look at that elite fitness. All right, so from here, we're going to come down into an inchworm, so down to the floor, and we're going to slowly walk out into a plank position. That's fine, I'll just hold it, that's fine. All right, so left leg, left foot comes up to left hand, come down into a lunge. I'm going to hold that for a few seconds. Then we're coming back to the plank position and bring your right foot up to your right hand. That's it, we're going to hold that for just a few seconds. Back to that plank position. And then we're going to drop the hips to the floor. Keep the arms straight and you should be in like a cobra position. Okay. Change that angle, hold that for me. I change that and go this way so you can see. And then from here, we're just going to shoot the butt up into the air, into that downward facing dog. Push that chest through. Then we're going to walk the hands back to the feet. Stay down in that hamstring stretch. And then let's walk those hands back out to that plank. So left foot forward into the lunge. Back to plank. Right foot forward to the lunge. So back to plank. Then drop the hips to the floor, chest up. Cool, cool, cool. And then butt up into the air. Push the heels down towards the floor, push the chest towards the thighs. And then we walk those hands back to the bottom, hold that stretch. That's it. And then we're going to walk back out to the plank. And then left foot lunge. Back to plank. Right foot lunge. Back to plank. Down to that cobra. Fair warning, we're going to be doing quite a few more of these, all right? Butt up in the air, down dog. Push that chest towards the thighs to get more of a stretch through the chest, through the back, sorry. Then walk the hands back to the feet. Hold it there. Let's walk those hands back out to the plank. Good. Left foot, lunge. Back to plank. Right foot lunge. Back to plank. Hips to the floor. Cool. Butt up into that down dog. Push your chest through. Walk the hands back up to the feet. Back to plank. Left foot into the lunge. We're going to start holding these for a little bit longer now. So it should all be a little bit more restful. Back to plank. Right foot lunge. Back to plank. Down into that cobra. So try and push up as much as possible. Try and get a stretch to those abs and hip flexors. And then we're going into that down dog. So hips up. Push your chest through. Push your heels towards the floor. Walk the hands back up. Back to plank. Stretch is going to be longer this time again. Left foot to that lunge. Try and push the hips forward, squeeze the bum to get more of a stretch in that hip flexor. And back to plank. Right foot lunge. Back to plank. Hips to the floor. Hey, dickhead. Hello. All right. Hips up. That down dog. Walk the hands back up. The hamstring stretch. Hold it there. The stretch is going to get longer again for this one. And let's walk those hands out to the plank. Can't see what you're saying, Colette. Hold it closer. Add cat caves. She's not there. She's not in the waiting room. Shit, where are we? Sorry, guys. Back to plank. Right foot. That's it. Back to plank. Hips down. That's it. Back to your plank. Back to the plank. Butt up into the air. Push those chest towards your thighs. Keep pushing that chest through as much as you can. Walk those hands back into that hamstring stretch. Hold that. And stand on up. Oh, look at that. Everyone looks so flexy now. All right, let me adjust this camera. So we're going to come down to the floor. We're going to do some nice, really simple stretches for the lower back. And we're going to work on that junction between your lumbar spine and your thoracic spine. All right. So I'll show you what we're going to do first. I'm going to lie down here, nice and relaxed. I'm going to keep my shoulder blades on the floor, and I'm just going to let my knees drop to the floor. So you can see my feet are not locked together here. They're just relaxed, and I'm letting them drop down to the side here. All right. That's going to be our first movement. So I'll let you get yourself sorted. Sort out your camera, so what you have to. All right, so lie back, and we're just going to let the legs drop down to the left. So your butt can come up off the floor, knees go down, keep your shoulder blades nice and flat. And then we're just going to change sides. So bring those knees down to the right. And change sides again, down to the left. Cool. And change sides down to the right. Okay, all right, down to left again. I'm going to hold this for a little bit longer now. And change sides. Okay, feet back to the middle. So this time when we do it, what I want you to do is keep the feet and knees glued together. All right, so if you all sit up for a second so you can see my feet. I know you really want to look at my feet, you lucky people. As the knees come down, I want the feet coming up together like this. The soles are facing off to the sides, all right? So back down on the floor. I'm going to drop those knees to the left as far as they'll go. That's it. And back to the middle. And we're going to drop them to the right. And back to the middle. We're just going to slowly start increasing the length of this stretch. All right, down to the left again. Back to the middle. And down to the right. So if you're starting to feel uncomfortable doing this, I want you to take long, deep, slow breaths, and just, if it starts to feel niggly, just breathe out and just try and relax into it, all right? Back to the middle. Okay, we can go an even longer stretch this time. Down to the left. And back to the middle. Take a second, and then we're just going to drop them down to the right again. And back to the middle. All right, sit up. Cool. All right. Everybody up? Excellent. So we're just going to work that little stretch just a little bit more. So this time, if you watch, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the right foot onto the left knee, and we're going to try and drop everything down to the side here. And relax. Reach over to the right as far as you can. Okay? This is going to start to get into those lats as well. You can get more twists through that spine. We're going to be holding this for a minute on each side. All right? So get yourselves comfy. All right? So lie back. Bend the left leg. Left foot on the floor. Right foot on left knee. And then we're going to bring all of that down to the left. So it's all touching the floor. And then you're going to reach over with that right hand and just reach the opposite wall. And we're going to hold this for 1 minute. You're all going to be at different positions in this. So if your hand is facing the ceiling, that's just where you are. If your hand is on the floor, you're very flexible. Well done. All right. But try and make sure that right and left knee are both on the floor. 30 seconds. Ten more seconds. So bring your hand back in and then straighten your legs. And we're going to change. So right foot on the floor. Left foot on right knee. We're going to drop that all down to the side. And then we're going to reach behind us with that left arm. Keeping both knees on the ground and just reach back for the floor. All right, that's halfway through. Just 10 seconds left. So bring that left hand back over to the right side. Straighten out the legs. We can sit up. All right. So we've got a couple more things to look at. What we're going to do is, I'll show you this first. We're going to be on all fours here. All right. So you want the knee directly under the hip, hands directly underneath the shoulders. And then we're going to take left hand and we're going to reach through as far as we can. So you can put a little bit of a bend in the supporting arm. We're going to try and drop that opposite shoulder towards the floor. So we'll do this all together. So we'll do a few of these so you can get a hang of it. Okay, so on all fours, we'll go with the left hand through first. So the left hand goes under your body, onto the floor, and you're going to reach through as far as you can, trying to get as much rotation in that back as possible. So reach that hand away. That's it, and come back. Cool, let's try this again. So right hand this time, reach under and through and reach away as far as you can. Come back to the middle. All right, everybody comfortable with that? Everybody understand it? Give me a little thumbs up, because we're going to hold it for a little while. Okay, so left hand's coming through again. We're going to reach around, get as much rotation as possible, and if you can get that left shoulder to the floor, then we can do that. All right, so left hand through and reach. That's it. So don't let your weight come onto the shoulder. I still want you supporting the weight in that opposite hand. Okay, reach through. Back to the middle. Right hand through and reach. Back to the middle. All right, we're going to make this a little bit harder now, so you can get a bit more of a stretch if you want. If you just watch for a second, I'm going to come through with that left arm down to the ground. I'm going to support the weight on the shoulder, and I'm going to try and open up with the opposite hand. All right, everybody got that? Little thumbs up, nod. There we go, cool. All right, so left hand through, reach all the way through, and then reach up with the opposite hand and try and rotate through. Okay, right hand to the floor, bring that hand back through. I'm going to go through in the opposite direction. So right hand comes through, reach down, shoulder to the floor if you can, and then open up. That's it, left hand back down to the floor and pull on through. All right, we've got one last little stretch to finish up with. We're going to do child's position. All right, so for those of you who have not done it, we're going to be sat. So you want your feet about shoulders width apart. I'm going to reach my hands forward, and I'm going to try and reach back as far as possible. And then from here, I'm trying to push my armpits to the floor. All right, just like that. This could be a great stretch for the shoulders and upper back. I'm going to set a timer because we're going to be holding this for 3 minutes. Okay, so get comfortable. Ready? Hands forward, send those hips back, and just bring that chest down towards the floor if you can. Okay, just relax your arms completely and just let the floor take your weight. All right, guys, I want you to bend your arms, take your weight on your elbows, and bring your weight slowly out of that stretch, all right? That is a really good stretch if you struggle with an overhead position, tight lats and tight shoulders. All right, so that's us for tonight. I'm going to unmute you all. As per normal, if you've got any questions or anything, guys, I can hang around for a couple of minutes after Zoom straight away. But otherwise, thank you, and I will see you all Friday for some weird shoulder stuff.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.
Oh,
See you weightlifting tomorrow.
there's weightlifting tomorrow. Shut up, Kevin. You and your game of death top.
This guy.